In this video, we're going to talk about the very flexible way in which you can specify column widths in the list control. So you can see here we have a list control that is displaying some simple data, and you can see that all of the columns in the list are the exact same width, and the columns fill the available space. So if the list was made a little wider, each column would grow proportionately in size. So if we go to the list here and change it to be, say, 12 inches and then go over to working preview, we can see now that each column has grown proportionately. And if we make the list smaller, let's go make it, say, 6 inches, then the columns all shrink proportionately, and at all times each column is the exact same size. But obviously in a practical application you're going to want different relative widths for each of the columns. So we can go back now to list properties and then go back to the list layout, and we can see that the way in which the column widths have been specified is by using a column width called flex, and if you click the smart field here, the definition of flex is defined. So flex is a relative term. So if you have two columns and they're both flex 1, then both columns will be the same width. But if you have two columns and the first column is flex 1 and the second column is flex 2, then the total sum of the flexes is 1 plus 2 is 3. So the first column is 1/3 of the total width, and the second column will be 2/3 of the total width. So if we go now and for example, let's go now and say that we'd like the flex of column 1 to just be flex 1. Then let's go to first name and say we'd like this to be say a relative size of 3. Then let's go to last name and make this a relative size, say, of 5. Then go to city and make that a relative size of, say, 3. And then finally state, let's make that a relative size of 2. And then go and preview the list. We can see now that we have last name as the widest column, and then first name and city, and then state is the second smallest, and then the number there is the smallest column. And then if we go and we increase the width, say, to 12 inches, we'll see that basically all of the columns have grown proportionally. So last name has grown the most, and first name and city have grown the next most, and then you can see that still the number column is still the smallest column in the list. So you can specify column widths using either this relative size, using the flex notation, or you can specify absolute column widths using inches, pixels, points, etc. So as you can see, an extremely flexible way for specifying the width of columns in the list control. Thanks very much for watching.